Friends. Said they got something for nuts, but that ain't your ego, is it? Yo, thought I was coming one night.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Hornets come into Game 3 up 2-0. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Utah Jazz. Which heroes will rise? The NBA playoffs start now.
A 2-0 start to the finals. Things could change direction here in Game 3. 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Utah Jazz. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Kessler in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Williams, and it's Okogie in its small forward. This series, now suddenly they find themselves in desperation mode.
And no doubt, Kevin, this is a feeling that's got to be unfamiliar. They've had a wonderful season, everything was going their way, but in these last couple of games, we've seen some...
For 3, and another 3 for Charlotte.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke, it's exactly what you want in a win.
And George kicks to Sexton. Markkanen finishes to Sexton. Nice ball movement by Utah. Ball's not loose. Stolen by Ball. Pass to Williams. Out to Miller. Outside, Ball. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now, let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Charles Lee.
He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Group on the floor now for Charlotte. So it's Utah now, a 12-point game. Outside, George. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Kessler to stop the run and block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections twice on the pipes from Taj.
And he's first points of the game. Here's Collins. The rebound by Gibson.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
There's the three. And Salon gets it to go.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D chills.
Jazz trail by 18. Outside, George. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Green against Markkanen. A shot missing.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup.
Pass to Gibson. And here's Green outside. And it's the Hornets, another three.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. He's checked in for the Jazz. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. Outside, Sexton. Back to George. Can they get it? Ball with the rebound. And so Miller will bring it up for the Hornets. They are clearly on a special postseason run. One you can certainly call historic at this point, as they've won now all 14 of their games coming into this Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, they've swept 3 teams to get to the finals and are now just 2 wins away from completing a perfect postseason and hoisting the Larry O'Brien. You know, Kevin, a full 16-game sweep of the playoffs sounds kind of sweet, doesn't it? Do you call that a Sweet 16? I don't think it's ever been done.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
There's the triple. And it's the Hornets, another three.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
So it's the Jazz now. Looking for their first basket of the game. Poked loose, and Utah turns it over again. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
"15 seconds left in the first quarter. Bridges kicks to Miller. Pass the ball. From deep. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got 6.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's Charlotte going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
The Jazz on offense. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Collier. Then there's Filipowski. Then it's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 slot. Clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Saturday was a great victory for them.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Pass to Collins. Here's Sensabaugh. Collins, a screen on Miller. Knocked loose. Taken away by Williams. Miller surveying the floor. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Collins. Here's Collier, covered by Miller, and stolen by Miller. Pass to Nurkic. On the wing, Williams. Takes a 3. Drains the three-pointer.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Clarkson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Hornets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Nobody near Williams. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Launches it. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Collier. Scoreless thus far. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Smith finds Nurkic. Puts up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Clarkson against Smith. Clarkson outside. Here's Filipowski. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Stolen by Collins. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot by Filipowski, no good. The Hornets have gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Fires from deep. And it's the Hornets another three.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
To the paint. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Hornets have gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Shots good by Williams.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Here's Filipowski. Misses the baby hook.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Williams for three. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the middle. And stolen by Williams. Hornets another three.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Clarkson outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Charlotte holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's time for your fan half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Glad to have you with us. So far, it's been a dismal performance for the Utah Jazz.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint. But when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely, indeed. Taking a look at the Jazz in this series. Their chance in this final series starting to slip away. Not how they wanted to start this game, Kenny. Your thoughts?
Well, you know, some panic creeping in, not going right, and they have a tough road in front of them.
Tough is an understatement. Their road has been hit by hail, mudslide, even an avalanche. It's all bad for them right now.
Man, can they find a way? And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3. So that's the Hornets 5. Pass to Markkanen. The layup off target. Here's Okogie, a 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Now, this is an aspect of his game that Josh Okogie continues to hone and refine. If he can get that jumper working, look out.
George looking over the floor. Outside, Sexton. Here's Collins. Rebound by Williams.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Miller, the pass to Bridges. Back to Miller. Beyond the arc. Good on the triple. Miller's got 21.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Knocked away. Ball with a wide-open look. And another three for Charlotte.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
George finds Sexton. Can't connect from short range.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kogi's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Outside, Markkanen. Collins against Bridges. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Williams from outside, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
George against Ball. Tipped away. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. 3-point range. Bridges has got 6.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
And George kicks to Sexton. George passes to Kessler. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Puts up a deep 3. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Down low. Here's Markkanen. And just miss after miss right now. For Charlotte, they've got a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. And the 3-ball is good.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second-half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pass to Bridges. The kick out to Williams. Shoots the 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
There's a minute left here in the third quarter. George passes to Collins. Outside, Markkanen. Sexton with it. Covered by Miller. Bridges with the board.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Williams kicks to Bridges. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Bridges has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hornets. The Jazz have got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. Back to George. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Bridges for 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Collins. Collier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Sensabaugh in at the three.
Boy, how about that assist from Grant Williams? Really nice vision.
Mann's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop. Perfect from the floor. Here's Collier. It's tipped. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Mann. And another 3 for Charlotte. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hornets.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
To the inside. Clarkson against Smith. Over in the corner, Williams. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Mann's got 12 now in this quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Collier. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And here comes Smith leading the fast break from the arc, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And again, Charlotte running the court in transition.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Filipowski. Clarkson against Williams. Now Clarkson. Here's Sensabaugh. Jeffries with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Mann with it. This one for 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th. Here's Collier. Defended by Mann. Here we go. 1-on-1. Williams finds Nurkic. Here's Mann. And again for 3.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history.
And Game 3 of the NBA Championship Series is all but in the books. Congrats are in order tonight on an outstanding effort and a well-deserved victory for the Hornets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this is going to put them on the brink of a sweep and a championship. Just one more win, and that trophy will be theirs.
And I think they'll get it in Game 4. They are on an unbelievable roll right now, and I just don't see anything slowing this group down. If the momentum was going to change in this series, I think it was going to have to happen tonight. Instead, they put the hammer down and already have one hand on the trophy.
The 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
fast break now for Charlotte. That's a 2 from Smith. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Collier to halt the run. Rebound by Williams. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to present our player of the game.